just wanted to give you a quick update before we get too far. I do something unusual in my Uber. I like to share my experiences with my friends online, so I don't want you to say anything that's too personal that you don't want anyone to know, basically,
Oh,
if you
okay.
would.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Liliana, no, I've been here since I was 8 years old.
Sorry?
I moved to Canada
Yeah.
when I was 8 years old.
Oh, 8 years.
Yeah, I came by myself and I lived by myself.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I didn't do any such thing. They would never let a kid do that. I came with my family.
Okay.
Um,
But you live in Calgary this time? What time?
no, when I first moved to Canada, we moved to BC.
Oh,
So that's where I grew up in BC. In a couple of smaller places, but for the most part in a place called Kamloops. So that's where my hometown is. And then I came to Calgary maybe about 15 years ago.
oh,
And I came here 15 years ago and finished my school here. Then I went to Saskatchewan for a few years. And then I came back again maybe about 5 years ago. Because of all the places I've been, I think Calgary is my favorite.
oh, Calgary.
I very much like
How
it.
is Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan, okay, so let me tell you. When I went there, most people think when they think Saskatchewan, it's prairie, like flat all the way across.
Yeah.
In reality, the second half, the lower half, is all flat. But the northern half where I was living, um, it's it's very different. Very different. There's forests there. There's
Oh, yes?
there's prairies as well too, but forests. And let me tell you as well, Liliana, I grew up in BC, like I said. In BC, we have such beautiful lakes, for example. But I've never seen more beautiful lakes than I saw in northern Saskatchewan.
Oh,
It was really lovely. It was a beautiful place. Small, it's very small, so like very tiny towns, very small communities, but very beautiful. So yeah, I enjoyed my time there. But I've known for a very long time, Liliana, that I like the city. I like where there's lots of people. So one of the reasons I came back here was just because it's a city, and
yeah.
I like being amongst a lot of people too. Yeah,
But Saskatchewan is colder.
it is colder. You're right. Yeah, yeah. Typically colder, especially in the prairie where there's no trees to stop the wind. So the wind blows through. It can be very cold. The snow can be challenging as well, for sure. Yeah, so it is that. I do not know where you're from, but you do have an accent, and I would almost guess maybe Spanish accent.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you from?
Colombia.
Colombia.
Yes.
And how long have you been here?
Almost 1 year.
1 year now.
Yeah.
Do you feel very new here, or is it becoming? Does it feel like home more?
I like this place.
You do.
It's different.
It's
from
different,
mine. Yeah.
of course.
It's more secure. I like this place.
Mm,
But sometimes I miss my country.
of course, of course.
Yeah. The food, for example.
The food.
But it's okay.
What else besides the food do you miss?
Because here, I don't know, but for example, in this city,
Yeah.
many people like to eat spicy food.
Oh, I know.
And I don't like the spicy food.
You're the same like me. Is your food in your country spicy?
No, it's not
Oh,
spicy.
see, in my country, very spicy,
Oh, it's very spicy.
and I don't like spicy.
Oh,
I don't like spicy either because I like my tongue. My tongue and I, we have a good relationship. I've made a good partnership saying I'll only give you beautiful things to taste. So I don't like pain. And so I'm often, yeah, I understand people love spicy. I say you enjoy your spicy. I'll take the mildest of options.
yes.
I remember one time when I was younger, this is probably 2 decades ago, I went to a friend's party. It was a multicultural party for my school. And many people brought their different, foods from different cultures. I arrived late, so I missed when they were telling all about their foods from their cultures. So I came late, and so I went to help myself to some food around the table. I remember seeing these chips with some sort of dip, and I said, "Oh, I'll try that." So I took some chips and I took a good portion of the dip, and my one friend who was behind me said, "Oh, careful, that's really hot." And I said, "Oh, because I was young and I wanted to save face. I said, I can handle hot." He's like, "Really?" I said, "Oh, sure, And so we sat down, and everyone was watching when I sat down because they saw the amount that I'd taken. And I thought this was unusual, like it's just spicy, like mild spicy maybe.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Liliana, I could feel the evaporation on my tongue even before it touched my tongue. As I brought it, I knew I was in trouble then. But of course, my ego, I wanted to save face, and I went through with it as boldly as I could. My goal was to try and contain myself while eating this. And I mean, I couldn't stop the tears. But I kept on chewing, and then I swallowed. And as soon as I swallowed, everyone knew I was in trouble because instantaneously after I swallowed this very spicy dip with chips, my whole body started to hiccup in a very violent way where it's like, hiccup, and I kept on going for a good half hour, and it was so, they all were, the game was over then. So there have been many instances in my life where I've had the opportunity to learn some humility. That was one of them. So I think you and I would be good company that way. We would be good company at a meal. We would say, please give us the mildest of options, and we would enjoy ourselves immensely. I didn't realize your cuisine was not spicy. I would have thought it was spicy, but that shows my ignorance. Why did you choose Calgary?
Sorry?
Why did you and your family choose Calgary?
Because my brother lives here.
I see.
Yeah, so it's more easy for me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
It's nice when you have family like that in this place, right?
Yeah.
This is your older brother, I'm guessing?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How many years between you and him?
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's older by 9 years.
Yes.
How many children do you have in your family?
Children.
Yeah, how many kids were in your family? Were you the youngest, or are there more siblings?
Okay. I am the youngest.
You're the youngest.
Yeah.
Of how many?
4.
4.
He is the
Third oldest.
Yeah.
And between you and the eldest, how many years?
Is 12.
12 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like the baby of the family.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I am the baby.
In my family, Leanna, I am the eldest of 6.
6.
6.
Oh.
And between me and my baby sister, there is 22 years difference.
Oh my God.
I know. Same mom and dad too. And now she is half my age. She's 22 years old. But when she graduated high school, me and the rest of my brothers and sisters started a competition because we all love her dearly. We love our baby sister. So we started this competition to see who could convince her to move to where we were, because I grew up in BC. I have 2 brothers in Vancouver. They were trying to convince her to come to Vancouver, we'll look after you. And then I have a brother in Edmonton. He was saying, come to Edmonton, And then there's me and my other sister who lives with her partner here in Calgary. And he said, no, come over here to Calgary. Do you know which team won? Calgary team won.
Calgary?
Yes.
Oh.
So here is how I presented the opportunity to her. I said, come to Calgary, come live with me, because when you live with me, you'll have independence because you're now an adult. So welcome to being an adult, and I'd love for you to have a wonderful experience as you explore, but I would also love to create a place where you also feel safe, where you can ease into this independence as well too. So she's been an amazing roommate for a few years now. It's been really sweet. Yeah. Crazy, eh?
But good.
It's beautiful.
And your sister, where were your parents?
Where are they? They are. So my mom, sadly, she passed away 4 years ago. She lost her battle to cancer.
Oh.
So we buried her in the place that we grew up in Kamloops, BC, and that's where my dad still lives, in Kamloops. Yeah. So it's about 4 hours north of Vancouver. Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting to see how one's life goes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 year here, and it's nice that your brother was here too,
Yeah.
to make it easier transition maybe.
Yeah. It's more easy.
Are you an auntie?
Are you?
An auntie, meaning do your brothers and sisters have children?
Ah, no.
No,
Not yet.
not yet. Okay, so you're not an auntie yet.
No, I think they don't like.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, that happens.
Yes.
I get it. I don't know if you have experienced this, but in this culture, Liliana, people very much love the Spanish language.
Yeah. I saw that.
You see that. And so I think when they hear someone with your accent, they're drawn and say, oh, you have this ability that I wish I had, you know? And they want to have more time, maybe talking and experiencing life with you. It's kind of sweet, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, people like Spanish.
I've seen that, yep. For me, like I said, I was 8 years old when I came to this country. I learned English where I grew up back in Africa, but I have an enthusiasm for the English language, and as I have this enthusiasm for the English language, I've also studied it. I've been an English teacher along the way too. I very much enjoy it. But there are many in this culture who love to learn new languages just for the fun of it. You know, they'll download Duolingo or something to help them learn. I'm not one of those. I don't like learning new languages. I only learn a language as well as I can if I need to use it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm in an English speaking place. I'm going to master English so that I can use it as a tool. Because for me, the real reason why I enjoy using this language is because it's my way of creatively sharing what you don't have access to, like my thoughts and my feelings. And I want to do that in a way that is very interesting and engaging. And so that's the whole reason. It's like a tool that I pull out of my tool belt saying, how can I do this so that I can create connection with other human beings who I want to connect with, for example. But if I came to Colombia, I will definitely try to learn Spanish then with earnestness, saying I need to master this now so that I can do the same thing, you know? Yeah. It's time for your start to a day, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you stop over there?
Absolutely. I'm happy to over this way.
Over Tim Hortons?
Tim Hortons? Absolutely.
I need to wait because I start at 7 a.m.
Uh-huh.
but it's too early.
It's too early. I understand. I'm happy to do that, dear. My pleasure. Do you like early mornings or not necessarily?
Yeah, I like.
You do. Then you're finished early in the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice option. Well, I'm very happy that I got some time to spend with you this morning, Liliana.
Thank
You are
so much.
delightful. You are welcome. Have a good shift today,
Thank you.
and I hope to see you again.
Yeah, I hope so.
That would be nice.
Bye bye.
Is purple your favorite color?
I think so. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye. Ah, she's really sweet. She is very sweet. Make sure she's in the door. Good. One of the things I like to do, especially at nighttime, is make sure, especially my female passengers, make it into the door wherever they need to go because, I don't know, it's just, I still believe in chivalry, I guess. Good mornings, let's see, Big Toe and Ben. Hello, and hi Roger, good to see you as well. Happy Friday to you all. My next ride, folks, is about 11 minutes away. So I'm gonna close this live stream here and come back on in about 10 minutes. So I would love for you to join me on the next live stream and enjoy that ride as well. thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys in a few minutes.